All right, the LA Chargers just got a huge break, a big favor, I think, from the NFL as it regards to their schedule. And it's no secret, the NFL, they put 2 teams in LA. They want those teams to succeed. Okay, they do. But that's not why you got this. I just kind of look at the little nuances of schedule. There's one bad news for you, but then there's a lot of good news. There's a lot of good news. Some of it is just situational and it just so happens to be that year. And then at the same time, there's other things that I think are really good. So by the time this video is released, the full schedule will be out. All right. But I have small group tonight with church. And so I'm filming. It's 4:30 Eastern time as I film this. About to have dinner with my family. What are you having for dinner tonight? Or what did you have for dinner? Like, let me know what it is. We're actually doing not tacos. We're doing orange chicken. We're doing a little orange chicken from Costco. All right? Love that orange chicken. And then what you got to do is you got to get the sticky rice, right? Like, you got to get Innovation, which is the name of you'll figure it out. But anyways, you buy it, just throw it in the microwave. Like, why not? Like, that's good stuff. Sticky rice is the greatest of the white rices. It's not even close. So you want to make your at-home Chinese food feel like you went to a restaurant? Get some sticky rice. All right. Hey, we are Lions fans. We're not shy about that, but we wanted to start this channel. We love this man right here, Jim Harbaugh. Or this man right here, Jim Harbaugh. And we followed him because we are huge Michigan fans. It only made sense to talk Chargers football and give you guys some insight on what kind of a coach he is and what this program will be run like. And I call it a program because that's how he runs it. And year 1, 11-6, making the playoffs, overachieving, exactly what you would expect from a Jim Harbaugh-led team. And now we start to get some schedule stuff that is actually a really, really good benefit to the team. So let's talk about what those are. One thing that we now know is that the Chargers will open the season in Sao Paulo, Brazil on Friday, September 5th. They will be playing against, drum roll, I don't even know if you can hear that in the mic, the Kansas City Chiefs. And you might be like, well, why is this an advantage? We have to play the Chiefs. They're a division rival. All right? It's an advantage. It's an advantage because you get to play them, and hopefully the NFL wouldn't be so mean as to then put you on the road against the Chiefs, right? But that's the thing, is that you're going to be there, and yeah, you're going to be there, but hopefully you don't have to play them in cold weather. I think that's where I'm kind of going with this. I could be eating crow when the schedule comes out because you also have to play them in December in Kansas City. If the NFL did that, you just know that, like, this is not a favor that you're getting from the NFL. But there's more things to be said about this. And in doing that, I want to talk to you about how the NFL schedule in general is done. So every team has 3 opponents that are in their division, right? You play all those guys twice. So that makes up 6 of your 17 games. That's it. Then the next 8 games, you play on rotation 1 division from the AFC and 1 division from the NFC. So you will play each NFC team once every 4 years because there's 4 divisions. You will play each AFC team at least once every 3 years because there's 3 other divisions in the AFC outside of yours. This year, the Chargers will play a team from each the AFC South, or the entirety of teams from the AFC South and the NFC East. Now, if you were looking at the NFC, I would say in order you would want to play the NFC South first. You don't get that. And then you would probably want to play either the East or the West. I'm not sure which. Probably West, then East, and you don't want to have to play against the NFC North. All right? That is where the Lions are. You got the Packers. You got the Vikings. You have the Lions. All playoff teams last year. I understand in the East you have the Commanders. You have the Eagles, Super Bowl champs, right? And you have the Cowboys. All right? The NFC East is tricky. What I want to focus on is the AFC South. So let's look at your schedule without the weeks and stuff like that, because as the time of recording, it's not there. All right? Obviously, your division opponents are the Broncos, the Chiefs, and the Raiders. You play them each at home and on the road. Your AFC South opponents, as we go down, Houston Texans, revenge game, right? Revenge game. Indianapolis Colts, yes, in the South. I know. All right? And then you go over here, you have the Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. When you see that, do you see any team that's not beatable? I see 4 beatable teams. I see the Houston Texans as a formidable opponent. We talk about them a lot on this channel, but I don't view the Texans yet because they have not earned the right to be viewed this way yet as like going and playing the Ravens or going and playing the Eagles or going and playing, quite frankly, the Chiefs. They are not the cream of the crop yet, or the Lions, right? They are just a good team. But the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Titans are meddling, all right? I think the Jags will be better this year, but it's not perfect. So the AFC South is a real win for you. It's a real win for you. And then because of where you finished in the division, all right, you will see a couple of those teams as well. And so I explained the schedule up till 14 games. 6 against division opponents, home and away. 8 against those 2 divisions, and then the remaining 3 teams will play against whatever position you finished in your division. You will play 3 teams that finished in that same position. So for you, you were second place. So you will play second place teams from the AFC East, the AFC North, and the NFC North. What that looks like on your schedule is the Minnesota Vikings, who I do not think will be the team that they were last year, the Pittsburgh Steelers, who are still without a quarterback, right? Completely without a quarterback, and the Miami Dolphins. As far as second place schedules go, that's about as easy as it gets. You are playing the Miami Dolphins, who were in second place and didn't sniff the playoffs. You are playing the Pittsburgh Steelers, who got second place and now have both of the quarterbacks that got them there are gone. Maybe they get Aaron Rodgers, whatever. And then you're playing the Minnesota Vikings, whose quarterback is gone. So I'm telling you, as far as a second place schedule goes, you may as well finish 3rd or 4th in division. So you actually caught a break on that one. I really do think you caught a break on that one. I think I would rather, I just think it's nuts. I think I'd rather play the Dolphins than maybe even the Jets now that they have a new quarterback and a new coach in Aaron Glenn. I would rather play the Steelers than the Bengals. Wouldn't you? When you're talking about the AFC North. And I would rather play the Vikings than the Packers. And the reason I'm saying those 3 is because those were the 3rd place finished teams. So the Broncos are going to be playing those teams, and they're going to have a tougher 3-game random, right, than you are. That's the beauty of this, all right? Now, the Raiders, their schedule is easier, right? I mean, they get the Browns, they get the Bears, and they get the Patriots. So those are the 4th place teams in those divisions. That's tough. When you look at the Chiefs, they have to play, and this is top of the head, right? They'll have to play the Lions, they'll have to play the Ravens, and they'll have to play the Bills. That difference between the 1st and 2nd place is massive, and it's really going to help you get wins. Another thing that I think is really exciting is that you get the Hall of Fame game, which means you can start training camp earlier so you can get yourself prepared, and that kind of eases or lessens the burden of having to go to Brazil as well. All right. Hey, thank you so much for watching this, and we'll see you in the next one.